Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and it's time for another coffee chat. All right. Give you guys a forearm shot. All right. The question that I got asked yesterday, and I've seen this come up a couple of times, so I guess people have missed it in the blogs. And if people have missed it in the blogs, that means people are obviously wondering. Plenty of people have noticed either the training footage or the thumbnails and pictures I've put up of people like, yeah, you look quite a bit different these days. So something I was going to point out, I've been asked, why am I not lifting heavy on the cut? Now, I'm not even going to get into why I'm not doing conjugate, because obviously on conjugate, you have to max out every week. That's part of what conjugate is. But this can all be addressed with the simple, why am I not doing heavy top-end sets when it's something that I program for clients? It's something I promoted oftentimes, something I believe in. And it has to do with psychological benefits while I'm cutting. Because something that people have pointed out is that, well, you don't ever finish a cut, meaning their definition of finishing a cut, not my definition. Meaning I've made weight in meets, I've gotten body weight down light enough to do the water cuts I need for competition, gotten to healthy body fats. That is a cut, that's a successful cut. But I don't think people are seeing that because they're coming from the physique end. And now that I am saying, hey, I've made some videos explaining I am going to focus a bit on my physique for a while, because it's good overall for my health, good for my marketing, good for my outreach, good for really the way I want to change the nature of my coaching business of, again, take you from dad bod to daddy. That's more of what I want to promote. I'm trying to get more and more just masters lifters in, because that's more of what I care about, is the long game under the barbell. So that all kind of ties into what I'm doing. And it's not that I'm abandoning strength. Sorry guys, still waking up here. I still care about strength. Face itches. I still care about strength. The thing is, while I am doing the cut, what is the number one reason why I don't ever cut really, really lean? The obvious reason, the potential loss of strength. When I feel my lifts going down, particularly things like my bench press, it can be a knee-jerk reaction to just say, okay, that's it, I'm not going to cut any further. Because historically, what has been my focus, be as strong as possible. So in that light, I have to be able to set that aside. So some of the things that I've done as I was easing into the cut, you guys noticed I changed over to doing harder versions of lifts. Benching with very, very little arch, just a natural arch, not any sort of extended arch. Because obviously we all arch when we bench. It's not true flat back. Flat back in the sense of just where your normal healthy arch is, right? When you lay down on a bench normally and just get a little tight. Doing high bar squats, taking everything beltless, pulling off all the supportive equipment. Why? Because that by default, all of that means I'm going to have to use lighter weights. We're all quote unquote stronger when we start throwing all that stuff on. We start doing the easier versions of the lifts where we can move more weight. Doesn't mean the muscles work harder, but we move more weight. And that was because I realized, if I'm going to cut and I'm going to get pretty lean, what do we have to do? To accept that there may be some strength loss. Even if we get all of it back during the cut, that is invariable for an advanced lifter who's putting up big numbers. And people could argue all they want, would have been big numbers. You've seen me pull 635. You've seen me pause bench 335 for 5 reps. You know, all done. Well, it would be meat legal raw. Belt wrist wraps raw. Okay, I needed to prepare for that. I needed to prepare psychologically to where I just accept that, look, I'll be using less weight on the bar. All right, also what I've been doing as I got a little bit into the cut, I've realized I don't care as much about the neural drive. I can always regain neural drive. I can always go do heavy lifts again to get that back. I've done years and years and years of heavy singles at this point, heavy top sets. I can get it back really fast. What I need to focus on is the body composition side. And by changing my training, I changed the mindset of what I am doing. All the training is with a few exceptions. I do a few heavy sets here. They're moderately heavy. I did a 4-rep set on incline the other day. But by and large, it's 8+ reps. Trying to keep it 10+ for the most part. Occasionally we're gonna have a weak set. The goal is really to be 10+ reps on everything. So that I am forced to use a lighter weight. I'm forced to focus on set quality, rep quality, stimulating as much muscle growth as possible. Because if we're going to, again, recomposition it all, if we're going to lose body fat, we need to be focused on building as much muscle as possible. So everything is about high quality sets, high quality reps, taking reps through long ranges of motion. Okay. Minimizing cheating, and I've done that more and more and more and more with exercise selection, exercise execution. And the idea is to focus on that and focus away from, oh my God, I'm not benching 365. I'm not deadlifting 600+ at the moment. Okay, take my mindset away from those things and over to we have to focus on the body composition. And it's a psychological thing. It's not because physiologically that's what I have to do entirely. It is to keep the mindset shifted. And I can tell you guys thus far, by doing that, my temptations to deviate from my diet have been zero. My desire to end my cut has been zero. Because I've set my mindset up for success on that, of accepting that this is what I have to do and then adjusting accordingly. And then we're not thinking about the things that will interfere. And that way I will continue to do this cut, continue to get leaner, and successfully do so. It's about programming everything for the mindset. Because mentally is all we have to do. Losing body fat is a very, very straightforward process, all the way down to ridiculously lean. Okay, everyone makes it out to be something other. They make all this mysticism and bullshit about your metabolic rate going to all sorts of nonsense, complete fabricated nonsense. It is nothing more than psychology. It is all mindset. So anything that's helping you on those, we're doing, no. It's doing something mentally for you. A calorie deficit will take you all the way down to contest lean. Okay? There's no metabolic trickery other than drugs. So it's about doing stuff in a manner that will maintain the mindset that will allow you to be consistent. Okay? Because I want to be clear on that. As long as you are in a calorie deficit, you will continue to lose fat indefinitely all the way until you starve to death. If your mind will allow you to do it. That's it. So it's purely a mindset thing. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys next time.